Hi, Ruth. Aloha, and welcome to my new outdoor kitchen. I'm so glad to have you here tonight.
Oh, aloha, Courtney, and thank you so much for hosting our Hawaiian happy hour in your beautiful home. This is fantastic.
It's absolutely my pleasure. I'm looking forward to showing you a few of my favorite summer cocktails.
Ooh, and I'm looking forward to drinking them. Not to mention getting a private lesson from the former mayor of Los Altos Hills. How lucky am I? Yeah, Courtney, I heard that you also wrote a column for the Los Altos Town Crier on the exotic history of cocktails and spirits. Is that true?
Yes.
And I also heard that you bought out the staffing firm that you were working for. You were working for it, then you bought it out while moonlighting as a river guide.
Also true.
Oh my God! It's like you're like Katharine Hepburn in The African Queen. So you are so adventurous.
You are too. Putting this organization together and helping so many women. How's it been going this past year with the pandemic?
It's been hard for them, Courtney. It's hard for everybody, but imagine being trapped with your abuser 24/7, like especially a powerful, sophisticated abuser. He's got this really positive image out in the outside world, doctor, lawyer, engineer, CEO, but a very different side, very dark side behind closed doors that usually only she and the children ever see. But somehow our ladies are still finding a way to reach out to us. They'll go for a walk and call from another room in the house or out in the backyard, in their car. But they're more desperate than ever, and we are doing everything that we can to help them.
What kind of help do you give them?
We have a support group. Oh, there's a lot of things we do with the support group. We have a helpline. We meet one-on-one with them, and we develop a really close personal relationship with each one of our ladies, and we stay with them for as long as they want. One of our ladies, she's been with us for 7 years, and she is just now ready to leave her partner. So everybody goes at their own pace. But we help them address all the different types of abuse that they might have been subjected to. There's physical violence and there's sexual violence, but there's so many different ways to attack an intimate partner: emotional, financial, legal, technological abuse. So we help them do safety planning on all those different areas that they come under attack. And if they need a safe phone, we'll get that for them, because often their electronics have been compromised, especially if their partner is technically savvy. And this is Silicon Valley, so we have a lot of that. And we also connect them with resources depending on what they need. Like it could be a private investigator, a certified divorce financial analyst, a place to store their sensitive information, and maybe they need a safe place to stay for a few days while they plan their next move. We'll help them with all of that. And then we also connect them with other survivors so they can build their village, lift one another up, and we do safety planning with them on all these different areas.
So great. It sounds like these are some incredibly brave women, and it's very important work that WomenSV is doing to help them. I'm so impressed.
Oh, thank you, Courtney. And yes, they are very brave.
Yeah. And you've been doing this for how long?
10 years.
Wow.
It's our 10-year anniversary, and we've served about 1,000 women and 200 just in the past year alone.
Well, I'd say that calls for a celebration.
I'll drink to that.
Then you've come to the right place.
Yay!
Let's get this party started.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, Courtney, I have to warn you, I haven't had alcohol in the past 13 months, so just remind me to pace myself.
I don't know if I'm the best person to do that.
Okay, well, we'll try.
We're going to start with a Doli Stoli or pineapple martini.
A Doli Stoli?
Yeah.
Doli, okay.
I remember the first time I ever had one.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah.
You remember the evening, the whole evening after that?
I don't remember the end of the evening, but I definitely remember the first time I ordered it. So this is one of my favorites, and it's super, super easy to do. It's a great summer drink, and you can prepare it in advance so that when guests get there, you've got more than enough for a big party.
Oh, I'm socially distancing. I want everybody to know we're socially distancing.
We're doing our best.
And we're in an outdoor, Courtney's lovely outdoor patio pool area.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Okay, so
I'm gonna
first
start
you got to
by,
carve it. Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately pineapples are not super, super ripe right this minute, but they're getting there.
Watch your finger.
Yeah, thank you.
We don't want to.
That would not be good TV, would it?
No.
All right, so I'm going to get off all this sort of harsh exterior and get down to the meat inside the pineapple.
Oh, nicely
Just
done.
cutting it off. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay.
But we definitely want to get the spiky parts off just because it'll make it prettier.
Oh, very
as
nice.
we go.
Now let me know if I can do anything.
All right, I'm going to keep you posted.
Okay.
We're going to start by putting the whole thing. I'm going to cut the bottom, so let's clean
That's
it
not going to
up.
fit in that jar.
No, I'm going to slice it. Let's get it into smaller pieces so we have more vodka sitting on each piece. And then I'll show you. Yeah, I just sharpened my knife before we started, so I'm trying not to cut my
Do watch your
fingers
fingers. Oh my God. Oh dear. Okay. So, and what is this one called again? Stoli Doli, Roly
A lot
Poly?
of people call it a Doli Stoli.
Doli. Why Doli?
Dole pineapples.
Oh,
I think,
course,
right?
of course.
And Stoli vodka?
yes, yes.
But it's one of my favorites because it's so simple, and I like to change it up just a wee bit. Instead of just doing pineapple, you can see I'm cutting it in pieces.
Oh, and you're putting it
I'm
in
gonna
so
lather
nicely.
it in there. So it's all stepped into nice little chunks.
Where'd you get that jar? That is a very special, big mason jar.
I'm glad you asked because I included this jar as part of the auction package.
Oh.
So I love this jar so much, I ordered 3 of them and have sent one off to Emma to help get in the hands of the highest bidder.
Oh,
So
yay.
the bar
Oh, how
package
wonderful.
includes this beautiful jar, which has a lot of functionality in addition to being a great infuser, which is how we're going to use it. It can also be used in the summer for lemonade, all kinds of things, because it has a sleeve that allows you to put ice in the middle without getting your drink all watery.
Wow.
I'm going to just,
So how many people is this going to serve?
well, it depends on how much vodka you drink, I suppose.
So like 1 or 2, right?
It'll serve a crew. You're going to see. So one of the things I'm going to do to mix it up just a little bit, I'm going to use up as much of this pineapple as I can. You can see I'm using even the core.
Oh, you're
here.
making my mouth water.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's going to be delicious. And this time we're going to mix it up by adding a little bit of crystallized ginger.
Oh, I love ginger.
One of the other favorites I have is crystallized mango.
Ooh.
That works really well too. But we're going to just drop a couple of pieces down into the middle.
Ginger is good for the digestion.
Oh, that's good. Well,
Yeah.
let's hope it goes down good with vodka. Where's my big bottle? So we're going to take a large format bottle.
Whoa,
I
that is
know.
a big puppy.
Well, and I don't have a favorite vodka. I will say right now, it doesn't have to be Kettle One. It can be just about any vodka you like.
And if you're watching your calories, vodka's the way to go, right?
Well, I guess it's funny. When I golf, I drink tequila because I've heard that it helps with lower your glycemic index. It has the lowest effect on your glycemic index. But I would think calorie-wise, most of these liquors are probably all about the same.
Oh, okay.
But you can see I'm covering
Oh,
up
that's a
all
whole
the
bottle. Oh my
pineapple.
gosh.
There you go. And now we're going to just take that lid, put it on, and let that sit for up to 10 days. It'll be good after 4 days, even especially with a super ripe pineapple. But after 10 days, it's magic. If you want to wait that long, keep it in a cool, dark place. It does not have to be refrigerated. And every day or so, you're going to want to check on it and perhaps even give it a little stir with a small spoon. Fortunately, I've already made another batch, so we're going to
very
mix one
good.
up right now.
You got to be careful though. If you've got kids in the house, you don't want them thinking, "Oh, cool, pineapple aid here," and then you wonder what's going to happen when your kid goes to school.
So, here is one that I made 4 days ago, and you can see the pineapple is already starting to.
Super infused.
Yeah, and you can see the vodka is already starting to turn colors. So I'm feeling
Yeah.
good about this batch. and
Oh,
we're
I'm
gonna
feeling good about it too.
Give it a shot. We're going to take it, and we're going to strain the pineapple. I use just a little bit of cheesecloth and a strainer, and I magically found one that happens to fit on a pitcher, which I really like.
Do I need to hold something?
That would be great. You want to
Okay.
hold, yeah, and how about
holding
the
it, and I'll
handle?
hold this?
Yeah, that'd be even better.
Okay.
So I'm going to try not to even pour the pineapple in there, but we're going to go, because what we're trying to do now is just capture all the loose parts and pieces.
Oh, and you also don't want to leave your pineapple pieces lying around the house either with your kids.
Well, and in fact,
This could be.
one of them asked me, can I have some of that pineapple? And I said, no, of course. But I actually don't think it tastes super good after it's been.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, the pineapple's not the best part of this. The vodka is. So now that we've strained it, we are ready to go. And I'm going to just take this and dump it. We'll get rid of that.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Let's get our shaker ready to go with some ice. I have 2 glasses ready.
Is this a martini?
It's going to be a martini, so very, very strong. I started with this one because I felt like, hey, it's a great way to kick off a party. This is great on a hot summer day.
Oh boy.
I'm also sort of picky about my ice. I only use clear cube ice. If you have a choice, I'm sorry I'm using my fingers, but we're gonna.
But
I washed them before we started.
You all sterilized.
Yeah, everything's clean and ready to go. So we're gonna let's try to squish that in there. Pour our pineapple vodka infused creation with a little ginger over the top. I don't fill it too full, otherwise you will end up wearing this. So give it a little pat on the top. I like to shake it up until it gets nice and frothy.
Look at that.
Let's take our glass. We're gonna have.
Ooh.
We got to be careful here, don't we,
Ooh,
Ruth?
no, we don't. No, we don't.
We've
No,
got
no,
work
no,
to
no.
do tonight.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Now, let's see how.
Give me the smaller one.
I was going to take the smaller one.
No, I got to be coherent by the end of the night. You know?
Okay.
Oh, shall we do? Toast to you. Cheers to you, Courtney. Bless
Cheers
your
to
heart.
you and the work you do.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see how this tastes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really nice with the ginger. You can taste it, huh?
I'm in heaven. Yes, I feel like I'm in Hawaii already. Oh my gosh. Oh, just one more time.
Okay, so one of the other reasons I picked this recipe to start was because it works, like you can see, we can make a big batch of it. It's ready to go, and now I can keep this in the fridge for up to another week or so. So if I have guests show up, a pool party that happens impromptu, I am ready to just shake up some fresh cocktails that are quite tasty, don't you think?
Oh, tasty, delicious. It's so delicious. It's inspiring me to make a toast.
Oh, really? Fantastic.
In fact, several of them. So get ready.
Who are we toasting?
Well, first to you, Courtney.
Oh.
Yes, thank you for opening your beautiful home and for showing us how it's done. And to our wonderful mayor, Nisa Flieger, who's joining us tonight too, out there in TV land.
Cheers to her.
Cheers, Mayor Flieger. And so grateful for the city's support. Los Altos City Council has been so supportive to us over the years, along with the Los Altos Police Department. I'm talking about the LAPD, the real LAPD. With our beloved Chief Andy Galea. God bless them all for watching over us and over our survivors. And our local paper, too. Let's drink a toast to the Los Altos Town Crier. They've been so supportive of our work. And they published my column on coercive control. And
I read.
You did it.
Part 4.
You read part 4. Yeah, what'd you think?
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm turning it into a book next.
Okay.
But stay tuned because I'm going to keep the series going. And if you missed it on hard copy, you can read it online. And I better not forget my alma mater, the Los Altos Community Foundation, that gave us our start. Oh, I'm getting a little dry. Let me just take a little sip. So we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for our executive director of the Los Altos Community Foundation, the founder, the retired now, but it was Roy Lave that gave me my start, took a chance on, and he gave me a title, social entrepreneur, 10 years ago. And so thank you, Roy. God bless you.
Oh, cheers to that, too.
Cheers. And then let's not forget our sponsors who made tonight possible. Our presenting sponsors, Michelle and Steve Kirsch.
Oh, cheers to them.
Cheers to them. And our diamond sponsors, Hoover and Kropelka. Thank you, Hoover and Kropelka. And our silver sponsors, ADZ Law, Todd and Jody Emanuel, and Young Craig and Company. Cheers, and thank you all. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
So many people supporting your work. Tell me more about WomenSV. What makes you guys so unique?
Oh my goodness. Well, a lot of things, but one thing in particular is our focus on coercive control.
Coercive control.
Coercive. Yeah.
That word's going to get harder as the drinks keep
I
flowing,
think it's
right?
hard for me already.
I
Yes.
don't know it. What is coercive control?
Well, let me tell you a little bit about it, because not a lot of people are familiar with this term, and that's how these guys can get away with it. Because it's not like you've got broken bones or bruises to show for the damage that's done. It's all internal. It's a pattern of controlling behavior, threatening, dominating, isolating, and it makes a woman feel like a prisoner in her own home. So, like, she goes over to a friend's place for a girlfriend's for a birthday celebration, and then she comes home maybe a little late, and she finds that she's locked out of the house all night. That's her punishment for not being home exactly when she's supposed to. She's expected to cook, to clean, to take care of the children, even if she's working full time. And he often has a very specific set of rules for how to do these things around the house. We have one lady who has a 10-page document on how to do the laundry and put it away. And what happens if she doesn't do it right? She'll be punished. And that punishment can involve physical violence.
That doesn't even sound like a marriage. It really sounds more like human trafficking. Why doesn't she just leave?
There's a lot of reasons, Courtney, so many reasons. The shame, the social stigma, the thinking that she can fix it. She's usually smart and has a big heart, and she's trying to make the relationship work. But one of the main reasons is because it is very, very dangerous. Coercive control is a lethality risk. Do you know that 35% of our survivors that we are helping have experienced non-fatal strangulation?
Oh my gosh.
35%. And these are women whose partners are doctors, lawyers, engineers, and you would never guess they have this dark side. So the other thing that happens is most domestic violence happens after the woman leaves. Over 70% of domestic violence incidents happen after she leaves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's even more dangerous to leave sometimes?
Yes, dangerous to stay, dangerous to leave. And why? Because it's all about control.
Wow.
And when she's leaving the relationship, she's signaling to her partner that he's no longer in control of her. And sometimes he will do whatever it takes to get that control back.
It just sounds awful, like, sort of a no-win situation, and very, very dangerous. What can we do to help?
Well, thank you for asking, Courtney. Thank you. We don't charge for our services because, well, there's a lot of financial abuse with the ladies that we work with. Their partners have often taken total control of the finances, but also because we believe it's every woman and child's fundamental human right to live in peace and safety in her own home, and she shouldn't have to pay for that right.
Yeah.
So that's our belief, but the reality is it takes money to run our program. So.
Well, I think we're coming together tonight to help raise that money. I hope we're going to raise a lot of it.
I'm so grateful to you for hosting us tonight, Courtney, and helping us do that very thing. With our silent auction that I think is almost ready to start, I think bidding might almost be open right now. Am I right? Because there's going to be some amazing gifts. I looked at it earlier and I bid on something. Damon, are you there? Are you there all the way in Georgia? Can you hear me? Damon! And can you tell us a little bit about what's available? There you are! Oh, and your Hawaiian shirt. How great to see you, Damon. I miss you.
Hi, Damon.
Damon was our auctioneer at the Gilded Cage back when people actually met in person a couple of years ago. And he's going to hopefully be our auctioneer again at our next event next year. But thank you so much, Damon, for being here. And can you tell us how to bid and what the auction's all about and how to do it?
I certainly can. Aloha, both of you, and aloha, everyone that joined in. We have people literally tuned in from all over the country tonight. Thank you so much for doing this with us. I miss you all so much. Ruth, you and Courtney should have your own show. You guys are fantastic. Maybe I could do the voiceover or the introduction of it when you start. Anyway, this year is going to be quite a bit different. For those of you that are tuned in right now, that have joined us in the ballroom in the past, there won't be, I miss seeing everybody's beautiful faces, and I miss those bid paddles going up in the air, of course. But for those of you that haven't participated before, we always have a very lively live auction where there's a lot of, I'm going to give it a here, give it a quarter, down 50, now 75, I'm going to give it $100 bid, I'm going to give it 100 and a quarter, I'm going to give it a bit down, I'm going to give it away 50. We can't do any of that right now because of the COVID. So the virtual is going to be a little bit different. The auction has been open. It's been doing really, really well. I'm looking at my time. I only have a minute left, and I have a little bit of instructions that I have to go over with you. It's super, super simple to tune in to bid. And what all you need to do, and you can probably see it on the screen right now, WomenSV Happy Hour, right? GGO.bid. You'll see two pink buttons, one to participate in the auction, start now, one to donate, you want to make a donation. And some people have already made their donation. We are going to have, a virtual fund a need in a little bit after some more program. But please do what you can. It's been such a critical year for us. And remember, you can always donate or bid on auction items. And then if you get disconnected, you can always just hit the website. The website has a real nice, right in the middle on the top on how to donate. So having said all of that, we do have a lot of interesting items. There's Kendra Scott jewelry. There's a jam making experience. And there's a lovely spa package. I know it's probably been a while, but Mother's Day is coming up. Any of those would make wonderful Mother's Day presentations. And kind of thinking, well, anyway, if you haven't shopped yet, there's plenty of ways you can make your donation. Now, back to you, Ruth.
You, Damon.
I know I'm going to be bidding on that spa package. My gosh, it's been way too long since I've been to a spa.
Me too.
This COVID stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we are way overdue.
Well, are you ready for cocktail number 2?
Oh, am I ready? Yes, bring it on.
Okay, well, the next cocktail we're going to make tonight is a lemon drop. And the reason I picked this one is because lemons grow prolifically around Los Altos Hills. They're incredibly prolific right now. In fact, these came from my next door neighbor's yard behind
fresh
us.
from the garden.
Yeah,
You stole them? Does she know about that?
He knows. He knows.
Okay.
I called him and said, and he says, come on anytime. So
Okay.
I want to share with you this easy recipe. We're going to do a smaller batch this time, but it could be scaled up very easily. But we're going to start tonight with our rimmed glasses. We're going to take a lemon.
This is another martini.
It's going to be served up like a martini, but it's going to be it's going to be with a little bit more.
Oh, the smell, so
a few
fragrant.
more ingredients, yeah, instead of just straight vodka that's got a little pineapple flavor. So we're going to rim the glass by taking a lemon and getting that juice all around the edge. And earlier today, I made the sugar we're going to coat it with. And in fact, I added, you can see, I added just a little bit of lemon rind to it. So that when we go for our lemon drop.
Kind of like a margarita.
Yeah.
It's
It's going to be both tasty and delicious.
But with sugar instead of
Yeah.
salt. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
sugar is, the magic ingredient for everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
I know we're not supposed to be drinking quite so much of it. In fact, that's one of the reasons I became a bartender. I got sort of sick of drinking drinks at bars that were just loaded with sugar and artificial colors, things that I didn't want to be drinking.
Yeah.
So it inspired me to learn about how I could make my own. And that is exactly where I started. And I've cheated today because I went ahead and juiced the lemons before you came on over.
Sweet.
I used an electric juicer, but I included this in the auction package too, so that this is a great tool. It allows you to squeeze 1/2 at a time. Lemons, limes, great for cooking, great for
good for your
bartending.
biceps too.
Exactly.
Really good. Yeah.
So that's already been included in the bar package. But today, like I said, I sort of cheated and went ahead and juiced our lemons.
Bless your heart. Thank you
Yeah.
for doing that.
So I also made my own simple syrup. Simple syrup is a very, very easy thing to make. And this is what I was getting to about sugar. You can control how sweet your drinks are and how much sugar you have by making your own syrups. This is a 2-to-1 mixture. So 2 cups of water to 1 cup of sugar. And of course, I could cut that back. And this is another great opportunity to add flavors. So you could put mint in this and add the mint as an infusion to the syrup when you're underway in cooking it.
Fantastic.
But since I have my lemon juice, I have my simple syrup, and my ice, and my vodka, we're ready to start putting it in the shaker and get it in the glass.
I have mine shaken, not stirred.
Yeah. So I am going to give you one other. In our previous conversation, you told me a secret about purple being the color of
Yes.
domestic violence. Do you
It
want
is,
to
it
elaborate
is,
on
it
that?
It is. Well, you know, I think everybody knows that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month because 1 in 8 women will be affected by breast cancer during her lifetime. But did you know also, Courtney, that October is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month? And twice as many women will be affected by domestic violence in their lifetime. 1 in 4 women will be a victim of severe domestic violence during her lifetime in the same month, October. So you see the pink ribbons in October for the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Look for the purple ribbons in October because purple is the color of domestic violence. I love your tablecloth here, and we've got our little purple orchid, and so that's it means a lot. Looking forward to seeing the color of this cocktail.
Well, as you can see, and maybe even hear, I have added frozen blueberries to this lemon drop. So what we're going to do is strain it with a little bit of the blueberries in the lemon juice. You asked me for my recipe, and I told you I kind of wing it. And we were joking with the production crew here, no 2 drinks are ever the same. I don't use shot glasses, which might be to my detriment, but I do just kind of eyeball it. So you want to use equal parts simple syrup to the lemon juice. Otherwise, it's going to be a little tart, but you can obviously make this your own cocktail.
Okay.
I'm going to add the vodka to it. And like I said, I already put some frozen blueberries in there. So we've got our glasses rimmed. We've got a few more frozen blueberries in the glass, ready to go. So that when we shake it, this is another item I put in the bar package too, by the way. I hope
Wait, can I bid on this? Can I just excuse me for a minute? I want one of these too.
This is my new favorite because this one has a shot glass built into the top of the shaker and strainer. And isn't that clever?
So cool.
And it has its
Look
own.
at that. What fun. Where do you can you order this on Amazon?
You can.
Why do I feel like I'm on the Home Shopping Network all of a sudden?
Well, I had hoped this was going to come out a little bit darker. I probably should have added a few more blueberries to it, but it does have a nice little pink tint.
It looks very summery.
And certainly at home, you could do this with a few more blueberries, and you'll get that beautiful pink color. Again, this is one of those drinks that you can garnish. In fact, I pulled out things like tangerines. I went ahead and peeled it just to make things go a little bit more smoothly. But you can take basic fruit and make garnishes. Just clean it up a little bit, stick it on there, a mint sprig, anything.
Look at that.
We're gonna just put it all together, float it right on the edge.
Look how pretty.
And we have a beautiful cocktail ready for summer with a little vitamin C to boot.
Oh yes, I want my antioxidants.
The antioxidants from the blueberries, right?
That's right.
See, this is how I rationalize my drinking.
Of course.
I'd say it's sort of healthy, right?
Okay.
Cheers. Cheers to the work you're doing and to the women you're helping.
Oh, and to you for all your support.
Oh my.
Okay, that's the end of the show, folks. Here we go.
Summer's getting started.
Yeah, we got stuff to do right now.
Oh my gosh. That came out good, huh?
Oh, you are an artist. You're not a bartender, you're an artist.
Well, I'm going to make you stop drinking for just a minute and tell me a little bit more about the highlight of WomenSV over this past year. Have you reached any milestones? What are you guys working on in particular?
Oh my gosh, so many things. Well, we expanded our staff. We have a full-time domestic violence advocate now, and she's got 20 years experience as a family law attorney, and 10 of those were spent as a domestic violence specialist advising judges on restraining orders. So we're blessed to have her. We have a director of marketing and operations and development who made all the logistical things happen here tonight in the auction. So bless Emma's heart. And we also have a fantastic administrative assistant, and she's also a trained domestic violence advocate. All our staff are trained advocates. And this year is our 10-year anniversary. Yay! Yay! Thank you. So let's see what else. January of this year, they passed a law in family court that incorporates coercive control into the definition of domestic violence in family court.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because that's been our focus for the past 10 years, and California law has finally caught up with us. So, and this year I was invited to give a presentation to an international conference on coercive control. With the national exposure that we have gotten over the years, we are getting calls from all around the country because of our unique focus. And we are on the threshold of going global. And soon we may have a new name to reflect that, so stay tuned.
Okay, well that is a lot to celebrate.
Yes, I think so.
Here's to reaching women all over the world and the important work you're doing.
Thank you, Courtney. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. I know I said I wasn't going to drink. I was going to just be
No,
working
forget
tonight.
that. Forget that now. It's
know.
all good.
Those are good. It makes you feel like summer really is right around the corner, right?
Oh, yes.
So before we get started on our third and final drink of the night, let's check back with Damon and see how the auction is going.
Oh, yes. Back to you, Damon. How's it going?
Ladies, it's going very well. I'm here to tell you one of the items that's spectacular, and it might be something that everybody out there is interested in. It's a catered dinner for 6, and it's top-notch culinary adventure, gourmet all the way. It's donated by Kelly Rose. The dinner, the multi-course dinner, can be in your home or in an amazing Monte Sereno backyard. A big garden experience. It would just be wonderful. Great for 3 couples, 6 friends, your family. One thing is for sure, no matter how much you elect to donate to win, if you don't love the meal, you can have your donation back. We guarantee it. It's going to be that great. 2 very experienced chefs. And by the way, happy anniversary, WomenSV. I'm telling you what, the growth that Ruth just mentioned is a perfect example of why it's so important to find something to overbid on tonight. It doesn't have to, don't worry about what something might be worth in the store, or just pour what you can into this happy hour this evening, because I can promise you this, not one nickel ever gets wasted. So thank you for everything you're doing. You're making it a great event. I'll keep you posted. I think I have another segment coming up before our Fund a Need, and that's another great way to give. So thank you, and back to you, ladies.
Bid for sure.
Oh, Courtney, thank you for being so supportive. And thank you to everybody for tuning in and for your support too.
Are you ready for cocktail number 3?
Oh, I was born ready.
Okay, so this is one of my other favorites, and I don't usually share this recipe, but I decided to give it to you guys tonight because it's so perfect year-round to have in your freezer. And it's great when you think, when somebody just shows up unexpectedly, and let's hope now that COVID's coming to an end, we're going to start having friends over a lot more often. So one of the reasons this one is so delicious is that it uses Baileys. And if you like Baileys. Yeah, who
I love
doesn't,
Baileys.
right?
Yes, because I'm Irish.
Yeah, it's kind of the most delicious thing in the world. But I call these nighty nights because we're going to add a little Kahlua, and the secret ingredient, a reposado tequila. Ooh. And so when people say, oh, I don't drink tequila, I don't like tequila, I always have to laugh. Most of them follow that up by saying, I had a bad experience with it, whatever. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, you will not taste the tequila, and that's part of the problem.
Oh.
These taste just like a delicious shot of Baileys, and that's why I call them nighty nights. Because you really can't drink too many of them at the end of your night, but they're perfect as you're getting ready to go to bed. Okay. So this is a very, very simple recipe. I've got just a plain, simple glass bottle. We're going to use that to fill up a funnel, and we're going to measure out our ingredients. And I'm going to share with you why we have that bowl in just a minute. So we're going to use equal parts reposado again. You really need the reposado tequila, otherwise you won't have that smoky flavor. Regular blanco tequila is not going to have enough to stand up to the Baileys.
Do we have any Spanish-speaking people? Reposado, what does that mean?
Well, I know añejo has been aged 1 year, and reposado, I believe, has been aged at least 1 year.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to measure this out, and we're going to go 1 cup of tequila. Like I said, we're gonna be building this cocktail for guests who may show up. So we're gonna make plenty. We're gonna use 1 cup of the Baileys. I'm gonna give it. This is a brand new bottle. So let me just give it. I always worry it needs to be shaken first. I'm gonna add 1 more cup of the Baileys. I measure it out in my measuring cup. It's so simple. I'm going to use my funnel and pour this on in.
Do you want me to hold something? So
I think I got this part.
Okay.
So equal parts Bailey, equal parts tequila reposado. I'm going to keep stressing that.
I've never had tequila reposado.
Oh my, it's unfortunately one of my favorites. I love tequila. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm going to add the Kahlua.
Kahlua, I
Let me
love
finish
Kahlua.
this recipe so people know how to make this at home.
Yeah.
So we're going to have, we've got 1 cup tequila, 1 cup Bailey's. We're going to use a half a cup of the Kahlua. So it's 1 to 1 to 1/2. Okay, so we're just going to measure that out. This gives it a little bit of that coffee flavor, even though it's not going to be quite as much as the other 2 ingredients. We're going to throw it all in our bottle. I'm going to share one other secret with your friends and supporters who've tuned in tonight and are hopefully making generous donations to support your work. These make incredible Christmas gifts. So the tops are easily purchased. We're going to just throw a top on there. You can make, obviously 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup, right? You could make 10 cups, 10 cups, 5 cups.
Yeah.
Shake it all up, throw a bow on it, it's ready for Christmas, right?
That is beautiful. And you can order this on Amazon too?
You can order all of that on Amazon,
All right.
and of course I've cheated, and I have some already ready from my stash.
Are those Jell-O shots in there?
No, they're not,
okay.
but I have a secret to show you. So when I have a party with these, I do one of 2 things. These I also put in the bar basket. These are frozen shot glass molds. So I've already frozen them, and I've already pulled 4 out, so I didn't have to struggle with them tonight.
Ooh, boy, you thought of everything, Courtney.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you the option of using one of these ice glasses or a regular glass, whichever you prefer, because this gets a little bit slippery.
Oh, I might get frostbite.
Yeah, well, then let me get you a regular glass. This is the more dainty way to do it
yes,
with a regular
let's
glass.
be dainty.
I'm going to put mine in a bowl.
Okay. Oh.
Shake it up. This has been in the freezer, right? So it's nice and chilled. And I'm going to pour you a little bit of a nighty-night.
Okay.
This is
Thank
my
you.
husband, every time we go out to dinner, we come home, he says, do we have any nighty-nights?
Oh.
But you can see in the little frozen glasses,
Oh, that is fantastic.
they are
You got to drink it fast so it doesn't melt, though, right?
Well, that's what I do at parties. I finish off the evening with these, and I say, you got to keep drinking till your glass is melted.
No.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Nighty-night.
Oh, my. They're dangerous because people say, oh, I love Bailey's, and they really don't know how much tequila is
I love
in there.
reposado Bailey's.
Yeah, so I'm glad I remembered to bring that bowl. Otherwise, it does make a big mess.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But with
good
summer
idea.
coming and pool parties, you know.
This is amazing. Where did you learn to make all these things?
Well, again, I just started. I jokingly say we started making wine and collecting wine early in our marriage. But after my 3rd son was born, I fell in love with martinis. And that really led to this passion.
Parenthood will do that to you.
A passion for booze. I hate to say that out loud, but it's the truth. I really love it. I love the history of it. I love what we drink and why we drink it and how we drink it. And so it's been a real exploration for me, and it's led me, some people are great in the kitchen, not me so much, but I'm
I
great
think
in
you're
the bar.
fabulous. You are fabulous in this kitchen. I love it.
I'm great in the bar. Yeah, I can whip together drinks. It's make sure I get invited to a lot of parties when you're a good bartender. So it's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
And I've tried to find recipes tonight that are great for summer, great for people to have ready on hand, so you can have a crowd show up. You can just make one. You can use the lemons that are growing in your neighbor's backyard, organic ingredients, and make it as healthy as you want with as little sugar as you want.
You could use stevia, couldn't you, or agave nectar?
You certainly could.
Yeah.
You certainly
If you really
could.
want to go low on the calories, yeah.
You certainly could, and you could keep it way more tart instead of having so much sugar. Your simple syrup recipe is definitely a chemistry project. Start with 2 to 1 and decide maybe that's too much sugar. Maybe I want a little bit less.
I never liked chemistry until now.
Well, chemistry is life, right?
Yes. So I'm
Chemistry is bartending.
Yes. I'll drink to that.
I'm back to this one because my little ice glass is falling apart.
I don't know what to choose from now. I've got 3. Oh my gosh.
We've got 3 great ones. So I hope everybody's had a good time learning how to make them. And of course, I'm available if people want to follow up with questions. I did print out the recipes for all of them.
Fantastic,
so your staff
fantastic.
has them, and it's definitely in the bar basket that we put together.
Thank you so much, Courtney. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I've never really thought about sharing recipes before, but this is my idea of wonderful recipes.
Let's just say my book club is super fun. We've actually had bartending book club where we all pick a drink and we all decide what we're going to make that night. It's
I love that. I love that.
very fun.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, a toast to you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, for all your effort in making this happen tonight, all your expertise. I think you should bring your column back to the Town Crier.
Well, I'm so eager to support the Town Crier too. We need local journalism more than ever,
oh,
right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But this is your night.
Oh,
really,
thank you, Courtney.
so thankful for the work you're doing and the people you're helping. It just sounds like such a tough situation for women to find themselves in, and I'm so grateful people like you are helping them find paths out and dignity and ways to protect their children.
Bless your heart. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you. And I think that's the important thing to do, is to offer them hope, because without hope, nothing else matters.
Right.
And if they have a plan and they have support and they have community, then they can find that tomorrow could be better than today.
Oh, that's great. I love that we started with an affirmation tonight before we went went
what was
live.
that one? If you survived this, you survived something like this before, you can survive this too. That's what, it just popped up spontaneously. And we more than survived it, we thrived on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the feeling this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I hope so. I'm counting on it.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Aw, thank you. I know, summer's coming.
Wait, we're mixing our drinks. Don't they say never mix, never worry? I'm not worried. I'm going to try this
I think that's
one.
only when you're going from beer to liquor. I think if you're just...
Oh, really? Or from here to Las Vegas?
Yeah, well...
Watch out.
Yeah, that's going to be trouble tonight, huh?
Yeah, oh my gosh. So I'm glad you wrote the recipes and you've got them out there for people to follow. And these are like household ingredients. It's not like they're super exotic. Mai Tais, I heard, I think you told me, they are harder to make.
Well, when we started talking about the Hawaiian theme, Mai Tais really come to mind, but they have an enormous number of ingredients, and some of them are things people don't usually have in their bar, like oragite. And so that's why...
Or what?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I steered away from it and really tried to pick recipes that were easy, ready for summer, ready for parties, ready to have your friends over.
Yes, I'm going to stock up my cabinet as soon as I go home.
Good.
So I'm thinking that maybe we could do one more toast to our presenting sponsors. Could we do that?
Seems appropriate.
Let's pick a drink. And
I'm going to stick with my lemon drop because my nighty night is already melted.
It's gone nighty night.
It's gone nighty night.
Alrighty. Once again, to Michelle and Steve Kirsch. Thank you so much, Michelle and Steve, for supporting our work.
Cheers to them, for sure.
Cheers.
You know, it seems like this is a good time to ask you, are you facing any challenges in the months ahead?
Oh, challenges, yes. We have women waiting 4 to 6 weeks for an appointment with us now. We have just 2 full-time advocates, and I'm one of them. So we need to hire more staff to keep meeting the need. And we want to be able to offer our own training so we can train domestic violence advocates who are savvy about coercive control in working with survivors. And then we want to get into more schools so we can teach young people how to recognize early warning signs of controlling behavior. Like a young person knows if they go out on a date and he hits you or he hits on you on that first date, there's not going to be a second date. But when you get these incremental kind of behavior where he's telling you what to wear and who to talk to and how you should spend your time and giving you the silent treatment or being a little bit emotionally manipulative, we want to help our young people be able to recognize those signs as well, because over time they can get worse and you can find yourself ending up feeling like a prisoner in the relationship. So we want to get into the schools to teach young people more about these early warning signs, but it all takes funding. And we want to expand our program, not just around the country, but around the world, because, well, the World Health Organization has found that 1 in 3 women will be either raped or beaten during her lifetime.
Oh my
So 1 in
goodness.
3 women. So that's a lot of women who are suffering out there, and a lot of women that we want to reach to help. So the reason why we're so busy is because we're the only nonprofit in the country and in the world, frankly, that's focused on coercive control.
Wow. Well, I'd say that calls for another toast. So how about to the survivors around the world and to
Yes.
their bravery and their courage and to reaching out to us for help and not only for themselves but for their children and to the important work you and your organization and staff do. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you, Courtney. Cheers to our ladies, our brave ladies and their children. Oh, yes. Oh. Well, could we just take a moment to honor all the women who have reached out to us for help? They show such courage in taking those first few steps towards freedom. Their partner has so often threatened to hunt them down, to destroy them, to take their children away. How impossible it is to even think about breaking free from that kind of oppression. And yet they do. I wonder if we could hear from one of those brave women now. I just want to give a heads up that we have disguised her voice and her face and changed her name to protect her identity. She is taking a risk and sharing her story, and we're so grateful to her for doing that.
The way that my relationship with my abuser and ex-husband began was, as many do, Prince Charming. Swept me off my feet, was very funny, engaging. He was very confident. Asked me to marry him after the third date, actually. And I didn't realize that this was a red flag. When you are swept off your feet and things are moving too fast, I didn't realize that that could be a red flag. We were engaged and had already started planning the wedding. And within days after being married, even on our honeymoon, the abuse started in earnest. There were some red flags around financial. He wanted me to change all of my passwords to iterations of his name, or combining all of my bank accounts to his, but he maintained his separately, with the promise that we would join our finances and buy a house. And the physical and sexual abuse began shortly after we were married. As time went on, and it became unbearable because the assaults became extremely regular and more depraved and degrading. The abuse would be extremely horrific, and it got to the point to where he strangled me in 2016, and as part of trying to force me to sign these loan papers, would assault me regularly in a sexual manner. This went on for almost 2 more years, and ultimately in 2018 he was strangling me, and I I was unconscious, and I came to, and my daughter had handed me the phone with 911 already dialed, and that was the night he was arrested. The way the staff at WomenSV made a difference for me in my healing journey is they're first are extremely knowledgeable and also non-judgmental. I think there's a lot of understanding and compassion and empathy for the survivors that WomenSV works with. They're very knowledgeable about the trauma that we've been through and understand that each of us as survivors are unique and we have different needs in getting resources that we all need. We need to be able to communicate our story. And that's something that WomenSV is able to assist survivors with. And you may not feel like you've gotten your life back right away. For me, this has been years and is ongoing, and WomenSV has been supporting me and my family since 2019, so for 2 years now. And without WomenSV, I feel, and support of the staff at WomenSV and the different resources that I've been connected to, I've been able to regain a lot of things that I felt were lost forever. I'm painting again. I'm studying again. My children are thriving, and my creativity has returned. I was even able to perform again my music, and also learn more about agencies and organizations such as WomenSV work. So I've even been able to participate as a delegate for the United Nations this year's 65th Conference on the Status of Women, Mission on the Status of Women. And a big part of that, and part of my being able to bravely move forward, healing families and survivors and communities, is through WomenSV's support. And this helped spearhead my ability to participate in the 65th Annual Commission on the Status of Women. I would like to thank WomenSV and all of the staff, and also the different resources that WomenSV works with and seeks out. I would like to thank you all because it really does take a village to help a survivor and their loved ones. Even if you're in the situation, you're in the process of extricating yourself, or if you've managed to break free, WomenSV will be with you the whole way. And I really wanted to thank WomenSV in supporting me throughout this journey and supporting my children as well. But they have been just incredibly supportive and knowledgeable in helping me navigate my journey.
Well, a very special thank you to our anonymous volunteer for sharing. That cannot be easy to retell. And this is a time of a regular event, and I understand this is not a regular event, and we're having such a great time making great drinks and enjoying Ruth and Courtney. And we would be remiss in our duties to everybody that we serve and everybody that we will serve if we didn't take just a minute of some of this time and ask you for your help. You know, I wrote down a few notes throughout the evening, and one was 4 to 6 weeks that some of these victims have to wait before we can meet with them. We have to shrink that wait time. This is too critical of a mission. You are so beautiful to tune in. You are so beautiful to care, and especially beautiful to support. And I want to just let everybody know, with full disclosure, we already have $2,020 that's already been raised. We have a $10,000 goal for this evening. Donna Young started us off with $1,000. Bailey, the hardest working chairperson on the planet, chipped in. We've got Paul and Anne Marie did $500. Phyllis just signed on with a donation. We are getting there, but we need your help. And this is different because I can't say thank you every time you hit that pink donate button, or every time you go to the website and you make a donation. I can tell you this, standing in front of you all the way from the great state of Georgia, we are doing a very, very great job tonight, and you did a great job just by tuning in, and maybe, just maybe, we've reached somebody that needs us. Ruth talked about physical, sexual, emotional, financial, legal, technological abuse. And this is just, I don't want to use that term overwhelming, because it's not. This is a very positive outreach and request to join us in fixing this and getting it out there. We've just got to be able to respond quicker. So, because things are so different virtually, and I can't say, hey, everybody, we just did it, we got 10,000 or 15,000 or whatever it was. Your live auction packages, you can continue to donate on those. That closes on Saturday at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Your donations, I told you earlier, and I mean it, I am so sincere when I tell you, nothing is ever wasted. And I know that a lot of people are out there, and I'm getting actually a few text messages right now on my phone. If only we had the technological ability to just come together, then I would be able to look you right in the eye and thank you and hug you like we do in the ballroom at the Los Altos Country Club when we do it in person. So I'm going to turn the microphone and the camera back to Ruth and Courtney, and I just want to say I very sincerely thank you for everything that you do. I can't think of anything right now that's more important. So all of your philanthropy, if you feel blessed, donate again. If you think about it, maybe bring a neighbor in. This is recorded, so you can play it back for them, a friend, a family member, somebody. The more people that know, and the more people that can support this message, the more people we can save. So thank you very much. Have a blessed rest of the evening, and back to you, ladies.
Damon, God bless you. Thank you so much. You can see why we bring him back every time we do a fundraiser. He understands. He's got daughters. He cares about women. He cares about survivors, and he's got a heart of gold. So thank you so much. Thank you, Damon. And thank you to everybody who supported our silent auction and Fund a Need tonight. Remember, you can keep bidding until Saturday at noon. And thank you to our brave survivor for sharing her story. Thank you to our presenting sponsors, Michelle and Steve Kirsch. Thank you to our diamond sponsors, Hoover and Kropelka. To our silver sponsors, A-to-Z Law, Todd and Jody Emmanuel. Todd, who's been so supportive through so many years. And Dennis Young, Craig and Company. Thank you. And thank you, Damon, for being our fabulous auctioneer once again. No one does it like you, Damon. We hope to see you all in person at our Gilded Cage next year. Please write it down in your calendars. September 22, 2022. Easy to remember, right? September 22, 2022. Save the date at the Los Altos Golf and Country Club. Thanks to our guardian angels, Pamela and Ed Taft. Oh, I think we should toast them too. Can we please toast Pamela and Ed Taft?
Yes.
Thank you,
Cheers
Pamela. Thank you, Eddie. Could we raise our glass one last time? to toast everybody who tuned in tonight to support our work. Thank you for being there and for helping us take WomenSV to the next level so we can keep meeting the need. So many women and children searching for safety, and we want to be there to help them find it. With your help, we can continue to protect the right of every woman and child to be free and safe in their own home. Thank you, everyone. And thank you so much, Courtney, for sharing your expertise, your home, and your spirits. So grateful to you for all your support. And I have a little gift. I just wanted to show you my appreciation. Thank you.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Well, yes, I should have. Because it's for you, and you rock. You are awesome. So here's your very own WomenSV tote bags. You can proudly wear it when you go to Drager's and show off. Oh, yes. They'll ask you, what's that bag?
When I buy
say,
more liquor.
That's right. Nobody does liquor like Drager's. This is a bracelet that's made by one of our survivors.
Oh, I am touched.
Yeah, and it's got the key on it. And we'd like to say that you are one of the keys to set her free.
Thank you so much, and thank you to whoever made this.
This is one, yes.
I will wear it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And wait,
Oh,
there's
but wait,
more.
There's more.
This, speaking of keys and the key that sets her free.
Wow.
This was made by our artist in Maui. Since this is a tropical evening and it's all about Maui tonight, Plumeria and the key to set her free. Thank you for helping our ladies get there.
Fantastic.
Thank
I'm
you, Courtney.
bejeweled. I love it.
You're
Thank
bejeweled.
you. Thank you.
Bewitched,
Thank you.
bothered, and bejeweled.
I love it. I have just a couple gifts for you. I'm going to give you tonight's pineapple-infused vodka with a little ginger.
Yes.
And a bottle of Nighty Nights. Keep this in your freezer.
Oh my gosh, Nighty Night. Oh,
And
nights will
after
never
a
be
long, hard day of working and all the important work you do, I hope you get to come home and take your shoes off and have a nice cocktail.
double-fisted drinking. Are you kidding? How wonderful this is. Thank you so much, Courtney.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Oh, the Bailey's Irish cream speaks to my Irish blood. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And on behalf of all the survivors you are helping us serve, thank you. And please join us in May for our first ever virtual WomenSV Town Hall meeting at noon on May 27th. So till then, aloha and cheers and, nighty night.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Nighty night.
Nighty night.
Thanks for watching. Let us know if you have questions about the cocktails.
Yes.
And
I have
remember,
questions.
You can donate until Saturday.
That's right. Oh, yes, until Saturday.
For sure.
Thank you.
Good night.